Hello everyone, welcome to the video, and in this video I am going to give you 7 myths about DPDR. And for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dan and I help people overcome their anxious thinking and get their life back on track to live a life DPDR and symptom free. Sometimes there is a lot of misinformation out there about what DPDR is, what it does, what causes it, how to get over it, if it's possible to get over it, and lots of different questions. So I wanted to set the record straight in terms of what I've experienced and how I've helped other people overcome their DPDR and what they've gone through. So let's get into the 7 myths. Depersonalization, derealization myths. Number 1 myth, DPDR is permanent. Nope, it isn't. While some mental disorders are lifelong, DPDR is only temporary and usually happens during stressful periods in your life. The amount of time you suffer from it varies from person to person, but for many, it becomes less severe over time. Fact, DPDR is temporary. I know that when you're going through it, it can be so difficult and it can feel like there is no light at the end of the tunnel and you aren't going to get over it. You're not going to recover. But please believe me, DPDR is only temporary and you can recover. Number 2, myth. Depersonalization can turn into schizophrenia. It doesn't. They are two completely different illnesses and one doesn't turn into the other. Even if it makes you feel like you're going crazy, it can't give you schizophrenia. Fact, DPDR doesn't turn into any other mental illness. While it is true that you can have underlying conditions with depersonalization, such as anxiety or depression, DPDR itself doesn't actually turn into anything. Number 3, myth. There are lots of different types of depersonalization, derealization. There aren't. Even though no two people will experience exactly the same thing, experts have agreed that there are enough similarities between people that there isn't a subtype of the illness. Fact, the condition is always the same, and while there might be different causes, it can always be recovered from 100%. This is quite an important one because lots of you, when you are in the forums, you'll see all these different symptoms and some of them you won't be able to relate to at all. Or you'll see that some people are recovering, but you're not recovering. So you might think to yourself, surely my DPDR is different to everybody else's. I must have some kind of different version of it. That's not true. That's a total myth. Your DPDR is exactly the same as everybody else, even though what's causing the DPDR might be different and you might be experiencing some type of different symptoms. It's still depersonalization, derealization. Number 4, myth. Depersonalization, derealization can be treated with medication. It can't. There's nothing you can take that will stop it. Often people who have DPDR will have another underlying mental disorder like depression or anxiety. So some types of depression and anxiety medications that are there will help reduce the symptoms. But there's no pill you can take that will stop you getting DPDR. And the fact is that the best treatment for DPDR is some kind of therapy. Number 5, myth. Recovery is impossible. It is completely possible to recover, and most people do. Some can do it on their own, while others do need some type of help or therapy with it. It can often feel like there's no hope of recovery, but this is just the anxiety talking to you. Fact. It's possible to fully recover 100% from DPDR no matter how long you've had it. This is a big one as well, because a lot of people who have had DPDR for so long, they just refuse to believe that they're able to recover from it. And this is really a little bit sad because it is possible 100% to recover from DPDR. So if you are one of those people that have had DPDR for a long time, please know and please believe me that it really is possible to recover from DPDR no matter how long you've had it. Number 6, myth. Depersonalization, derealization can return at any time. Once you've recovered, you've learned what DPDR is and why you had it. So it's highly unlikely it'll ever have any effect on you again. You would have overcome your anxieties, and so logically, there's no reason for it to come back. But say if long into the future you do experience a stressful event in your life and you feel it creeping back, you'll know why it's there and you'll know what to do. Fact, it's highly unlikely it will return, but if it does, you'll know what to do to stamp it out very, very quickly. And before we get to number 7, I just want to say it's been fantastic to be here with you, and I really hope you're enjoying the video and learning a little bit from it. So let's get into number 7. Number 7, myth. You'll never be the same again. You will. In fact, you'll probably be a better and stronger version of yourself. The only reason you think you won't is because that's a thought driven by your anxiety. Even though the symptoms can be really scary at times, there's no switch that gets left on and there's no permanent changes to your brain. Fact, after you've recovered from DPDR, you'll still be the lovely person you were before it all started, maybe even a bit better. And the reason I say a bit better is because you would have learned so much about yourself and you would have learned so much about DPDR, and you will be so proud of yourself that you have overcome it. And so you can think of it as the new and improved you. It's you how you were before you had all this, but it's you've just sort of leveled up in life, let's say 1,000,000 points. And kudos for you for doing that, because it can take work to overcome DPDR. And there are obviously going to be some roadblocks and road bumps in the way, but it's always a case of 10 steps forward, maybe 1 or 2 steps back. The really fantastic thing with recovery is that it just takes one little thing to give you that little seed of hope, or you just need to notice that tiny little bit of improvement. And then that really gets you to the point of, yes, this is possible. Yes, I can do this. And then you're going to steamroll out of control in terms of when you're getting better. So my friends, I hope you've enjoyed learning about 7 myths of DPDR and the facts that come along with that. And if you do need any help with your DPDR recovery, then please reach out to me. And if you have liked the video or if you have learned something from it, then give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.